All right, strap in, folks, because we're about to tackle the mother of all questions, the meaning of life.
Huh?
Yep, that age-old brain teaser that's been keeping philosophers, spiritual gurus, and late-night stoners up at night for centuries. So here's the deal. You ever find yourself lying awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling and thinking, what's the point of it all? Yeah, me too. And you know what? I've come to the conclusion that the meaning of life is like trying to find a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is the size of the universe, and the needle is wearing camouflage. I mean, think about it. We're born, we eat some avocado toast, we pay taxes, and then we kick the bucket. And in between all that, we're supposed to figure out the meaning of it all? Talk about a cosmic joke. Could we be overthinking it? Could the answer be plain and simple? Alan Watts, a philosophical wizard, had a way of dropping truth bombs that hit harder than a double espresso on a Monday morning. He put it like this: the meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. Watts certainly had a knack for cutting through the philosophical fluff and getting straight to the heart of the matter. So maybe we've been overcomplicating things all along. Maybe the answer isn't some grandiose cosmic revelation, but the simple realization that life itself is a gift to be cherished. I like that thought. The meaning of life is about as plain and obvious as a neon sign in the middle of Times Square. It's just to be alive, folks. Simple, right? But instead of kicking back and soaking up the miracle of existence, what do? We go deeper into the rabbit hole. Let's take a stroll through the garden of philosophical musings, shall we? You've got your existentialists saying life is one big absurdity, like a never-ending episode of The Office, but without the laugh track. These brooding intellectuals are constantly reminding us that we're all just cosmic dust clinging to a rock hurtling through space. Thanks, guys. Take Albert Camus, for example, who maintained in most of his books that human existence is absurd. In his book, The Myth of Sisyphus, Camus delves into the absurdity of human existence. Sisyphus, a king from Greek mythology, was condemned by Zeus, the god of lightning and ruler of all the gods on Mount Olympus, for cheating death twice. Sisyphus was tricky. He literally trapped Thanatos, the god of peaceful death or possibly death in general, in a box or something. Anyway, Zeus punished Sisyphus to roll a huge stone up a hill, only to watch it roll back down for all eternity. A metaphor for the human condition, where life often feels like a repetitive and meaningless struggle. But despite the absurdity of Sisyphus's plight, Camus concludes that Sisyphus must be happy. But why? Because in embracing the absurdity of his situation, Sisyphus finds meaning and purpose in his defiance against the gods. Each time he pushes the stone up the hill, he asserts his freedom in the face of an indifferent universe. Not the most comforting outlook on things, if you ask me. But hey, at least Sisyphus gets a killer leg workout out of it. Talk about finding meaning in the absurd. Then there's Friedrich Nietzsche, the mustachioed madman of philosophy. He famously declared, "He who has a why to live can bear almost any how." In other words, finding meaning in life gives us the strength to endure even the toughest challenges. But my personal favorite comes from Jean-Paul Sartre, who said, "Life has no meaning the moment you lose the illusion of being eternal." It's like a slap in the face with a cold fish, reminding us that the search for meaning is an inherently human struggle, fueled by our fear of mortality. This is where you've got your spiritual types, preaching about karma, reincarnation, and the cosmic dance of the universe. It's like a psychedelic trip, but without the shrooms. They'll spin tales of past lives, soul contracts, and the interconnectedness of all things, leaving you feeling like you've stumbled into a cosmic rave. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all for a good mind-bending theory. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's more to this cosmic gig than meets the eye. Maybe there's a hidden order to the universe that we're only scratching the surface of understanding. And hey, if karma means I've got some good vibes coming my way in the cosmic lottery, I'm not going to say no to that. And as for reincarnation, the idea of coming back for another round, ideally as the descendant of a multi-billionaire, is a fairly comforting thought. Who knows what mysteries the universe still has in store for us? According to Lord Shiva, one of the main dudes in Hinduism, the goal of life is to radiate happiness from each and every cell of your being. Nice. But in a world where stress is practically the air we breathe, good luck trying to radiate joy like a human glow stick. All right, bunny. Nice try. Ah, so cute. But he's not human, so this doesn't count. I'm not saying it's impossible, just saying I've never seen anyone in the London Underground commuting to work, crammed in like a sardine, that looks particularly happy with their life. Anyway, things get more interesting when you throw God into the mix. God, I mean the one God, the ultimate cosmic enigma. The question of God's existence is one of the greatest mysteries of all time. Well, depending on who you ask, God could be a bearded dude chilling on a cloud, a cosmic energy that flows through all living things, or just a really powerful AI running the simulation we call reality. It could even be one of our descendants 1,000 years from now playing The Sims on his PC, creating a whole new multiverse. Take your pick. Divine intervention, heavenly rewards, or eternal damnation. Is this the meaning of life? Is the meaning of life making sure you secure that ticket to heaven? Is life tied to our relationship with the divine? Whether you believe in a higher power or not, it's hard to deny the impact that faith and spirituality have on human history and culture, shaping our civilizations. We also have the optimists, chirping about love, kindness, and making the world a better place. Bless their hearts. Sure, their relentless positivity can be a bit much at times, like being stuck in a never-ending loop of inspirational quotes and feel-good memes. But hey, you've got to admire optimism in the face of life's inevitable challenges. I know I can't pull that one off. And now, one of my favorite groups of thinkers, the hedonists. Picture this. You're sitting in a dimly lit cafe, sipping on your overpriced latte, pondering the meaning of life like a true existential detective. And suddenly, it hits you. The purpose of life is to seek pleasure. Now, hedonism isn't just about indulging in Netflix marathons and bottomless mimosas, although those are definitely perks. It's the idea that the purpose of life is to seek pleasure and avoid pain, kind of like living your best life but with a philosophical twist. So, who's on team hedonism? Well, how about our boy Epicurus, the OG pleasure seeker himself? He was all about maximizing happiness and minimizing suffering, like the ultimate life hacker of ancient Greece. Then you've got Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis, who's all about the ID, that primal, pleasure-seeking part of our psyche that's just itching to bust out and party like it's 1999. And let's not forget about Jeremy Bentham, the brains behind utilitarianism, who's all about the greatest good for the greatest number. In other words, if it feels good and doesn't hurt anyone else, why the heck not? But there is a but. There's a dark side to hedonism. Because let's face it, a life spent chasing pleasure can leave you feeling empty and unfulfilled, like a hangover after a night out. Just look at Hollywood and how miserable many of the superstars are, despite having the means to and living out almost every fantasy and pleasure source to the max. The amount of substance abuse, egomania, sexism, and narcissism is very disturbing. There is certainly a lot of darkness behind the scenes. So maybe hedonism is just one piece of the puzzle, a fleeting glimpse of the meaning of life. Or maybe it's just another distraction from the cosmic joke that is existence. Either way, one thing's for sure. Whether you're chasing pleasure, pondering the mysteries of the universe, or just trying to survive Monday morning meetings, finding the meaning of life is a deeply personal journey. And there's no one-size-fits-all answer, and maybe, just maybe, you will find your answer in the depths of our own hearts and minds. Trust yourself, follow your intuition, and embrace the adventure of discovering what truly matters to you. So here's the bottom line, my fellow existential explorers. The meaning of life is whatever the heck you want it to be. So go forth, my friends. Whether it's chasing your dreams, making a difference in the world, or just enjoying a damn good slice of pizza, the choice is yours. Please like and subscribe for more existential enlightenment and bad jokes. Thanks for watching.